Hi there. If you've been wondering what best practices and procedures are for IEEE conference cash management, you've come to the right place. First, it is important to understand that there are risks associated with transacting in cash, including theft, misplacement of funds, and challenges providing auditable material. Therefore, transacting in cash should be viewed as an absolute last resort. Should you conclude that cash is necessary for your event, the content of this presentation will help you minimize and control these risks. Before making cash requests, please explore the options of transacting via bank transfer, check payments, whether it be through a physical checkbook or payment manager, or payments via credit card. Many cash requests stem from a need to reimburse individuals traveling from abroad. If the recipient is unable to accept reimbursement via check or bank transfer, there are other potential ways to offset individuals' conference expenses. These include granting the individual with complimentary registration or providing complimentary lodging by adding the recipient's hotel room nights to the conference master bill. If you've considered all of these options and still believe cash is the only viable solution, the treasurer should contact conference payments at IEEE.org with a cash request for the minimum amount and clearly stated business purpose. The MCE Business Operations team will coordinate approval from the sponsoring organizational unit. 3 individuals should be tasked with cash management roles. The collector will collect cash received at the registration desk. The custodian has the largest role and is responsible for cash reconciliation, and the reviewer or approver will check the custodian's work. 1 individual, typically the treasurer, will be appointed the custodian. A reconciliation of funds withdrawn, disbursed, and returned should be performed by the custodian on a daily basis, and discrepancies should be escalated for investigation immediately. Custodians must adhere to clearly specified on-site protocol for handling, securing, and dispersing cash, which include documentation of each disbursement. This should be reviewed and approved by an independent authority. If the treasurer is the custodian, the chair will have approval authority, or vice versa. Custodians are responsible for cash on site and should never leave cash unattended. And all of the cash collected on site should be traceable to the registrant or the revenue source. If the conference expects to accept cash for conference registration fees, please contact your hotel to find out if they are amenable to providing smaller denominations for change and adding this expense to the conference's master bill. This avoids any security risks in transporting cash to and from the site of the conference. Now let's go over how cash distribution should be prioritized. Cash collected can be applied to the master bill, and the custodian should request a receipt to be provided by the hotel to validate the amount. If the amount of cash on site is expected to be of substantial value, the use of professional security or an armored car service should be considered. Cash kept on site should be securely safeguarded in a lockbox or safe. If it is not deposited with the venue, it should be deposited to the conference bank account. The custodian must obtain a deposit slip to validate the amount of cash received and deposited, along with the names of registrants who paid cash for convenience in reconciling the registration report. Bear in mind that offline registration payments should be recorded and added into the conference registration report. Cash can also be issued to honorarium recipients, but a completed honorarium agreement along with tax forms must be obtained from the individuals. Finally, cash can be put toward gratuities to the hotel staff. However, the custodian must keep a record of the names of individuals who receive gratuities along with the amount given, which can be recorded on the gratuity recipient tracking form. The hotel should be able to provide an acknowledgement of total gratuities given in cash by the custodian. If you are unsure of the need for gratuities for your event in your designated conference location, please contact your assigned analyst for more information. In summary, cash should only be utilized as a last resort, and the designated custodian is responsible for safeguarding cash. Cash received should be put toward the master bill or deposited to the conference bank account, issued as honoraria, or used for gratuities. In any scenario, appropriate documentation to substantiate use of cash is necessary. Thanks for watching, and please contact conference payments at IEEE.org with any questions about cash for your conference.